She is a mom. She's an actress. She is also a founder. The founding father. No, the founding mother.
Right.
I'm just like Alexander Hamilton.
There you are.
Yes, I'm just.
Foodsters. Why we love it is because it's an organic baking apparatus.
We call them mixes.
Okay.
We call them mixes. Well, it only proves my point how easy these are.
Yes, I like to make it a little bit more sophisticated
Yes.
that way.
This is for future, this is an apparatus. This is a baking mix.
There you go.
And she's going to teach me, good luck with that, on how I combine all of these things and make it look like one of those fabulous popcorn, pseudo popcorn things for movie night.
They're delicious.
And Sean, can we just give a round of applause? Wayans is here, showing up for the food. You know,
man. You know how we do.
We'll do one of your movies, and then we can have movie night.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
but let's first, before we dig into this, let's talk about movie night at your house. You've got a 4 and a 7-year-old, right?
I do. I have an almost. Oh God, it like hurts every time I say it. I have an almost 4, almost 7 next month.
Do they do again? When you play something,
we watch movies.
My kids would do that.
Boomerang is like what I call movies in our house because they just go on an endless loop. So I was saying earlier today, right now there's a new Adventures in Babysitting movie, which just shows how old I am because they're remaking all of the movies.
That we used to watch growing up.
So they remade Adventures in Babysitting, which is the movie that now my daughter is like currently obsessed with. And this morning I got to meet one of her idols. And normally I don't hold a lot of clout with her. It's like, whatever, Mom. Yeah. But Mommy met Eve from The Descendants and Lola from Adventures in Babysitting this morning. Oh, so Mommy actually finally scored some points.
You were seriously cool.
I told her I saw Mark today. It
didn't work. Nothing.
You know what's truthfully, say that you don't hold clout with the kids, but you were in a great movie. I'm just going to say Scooby-Doo. TV show, but Scooby-Doo. And she must love Scooby-Doo. Does she see her daddy and you and
my
her
kids
mommy?
have never seen it.
Did you?
What? You never let them see you as Daphne and
You should put that on your hope chest. Like one day I hope my kids.
Was it too edgy?
Yeah, it was a little. There's some of the language is a little racy. I just don't want them to become meddling kids. No,
that's how I learned how to meddle.
But they watch Cruel Intentions. That's cool, right?
Yeah,
Perfect. You can let that be the babysitter.
Yeah. Talk about an adventure in babysitting.
Exactly.
Because you didn't want them to not.
No, I just think that they already live kind of a surreal reality, and I think that it just. I don't know. I don't want them to go to school and tell people. I want them to think that we're like the normal family. Although sometimes if you walk into like those kids' haircutting places, I'll walk in and I'll see it, be like, like abort mission. But no, my kids have never seen it. Wow. And one time recently, like on like Netflix or something, they're like, "Oh, what's this?" And they were like flipping through, but in the small picture, it was us, and I had that like look of abject terror, like, "Oh God, we're gonna get found out." And then when she clicked on it, it was just a picture of Matthew Lillard and the dog, and she went to the next one.
So then I suppose my next question, which is, I know what you did last summer. You're never going to let her see that or let them see that.
I mean, look, at some point, I'm sure they're going to see everything.
When they get older,
I can't stop it. But I think it's all about just monitoring it and making sure that at the age it's appropriate and that they understand what comes with it and what they're seeing.
This is you on ice from that.
Well, yeah.
Maybe she just thought I was chilling for later, like a good wine. It makes a wine better. It makes Mama better.
Well, let's start on this.
Okay.
And I will tell you too, because go ahead, you start, and then
the way our boxes work, so we're in stores now. These are our new.
You are in stores now.
We are in stores now, and we're in all the in Southern California, and we're at Whole Foods in the Northeast, and then hopefully soon to conquer the rest of the country. But we still have our online component.
I was going to say, I'd rather you just bring me.
Send it to you, yes, we know. And so every month we do a different box, and because it's like movie time and summer movies, that's sort of where the inspiration came from. But all of our kits come from our basic mixes, so they're all made with our mixes. And so this is our cupcake mix. So we start by making that, and then what we're going to make is the popcorn frosting. And by we, I mean you.
Oh,
exactly. So one of the other things that makes us different, we're all organic. We have all fair trade cocoa. We use biodynamic sugar, which is like 4 times the quality of just organic sugar. But we also use Greek yogurt.
Can you just real quick remind people why you wanted to do this? Because you you would go find stuff at the store.
Yeah, I wanted my kids showed a real interest in baking after watching all of these shows, and it wasn't something that I really knew about. And when I went to the stores to go buy and look for help, I was shocked at the ingredients that were in traditional baking mixes. And as a modern parent, and by the way, just as a modern eater, you don't have to have kids. Like, indulgences are good, but the garbage that's in these.
If
like,
you can't pronounce it,
don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Or if the vowel to consonant ratio is off, I as well.
Exactly.
But and salt should never be the number 2 ingredient, and you shouldn't have yellow dye 5. Okay, here, so we're gonna put the Greek yogurt in.
But isn't it interesting? You probably never looked that closely until you had children.
Yeah,
because I had a baby.
I'm just like, I'll eat it.
She was eating yellow dye.
I was eating it. And then we're gonna put the butter in.
Okay.
And then we're going to use the apparatus.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yes. We're gonna,
that's the wrong
please,
apparatus.
my kids don't even know what film is. It's like, I'm trying to explain to them about pictures. And
Mark.
All right.
Well, you might want to take
There we go. Well, I was trying to.
Easy does it, Mark. Easy does it.
And then the one thing that I will say about this is when you're making frosting with natural ingredients, it's going to take longer. So you don't have to make the whole thing. So keep stirring for longer than you think you need to. Just in case.
I know, I'm trying to go. I was on the low.
Okay. Once the frosting gets to a thick consistency, then all you're really going to do is just add the marshmallows. So my hands are clean.
Can I tell about our new show, our new cooking show that's coming out this fall?
Our new cooking show? Yes. Friggin' Frack, the cooking show. Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Those meddling kids
those
in
meddling
the kitchen.
kids. So then once you get the frosting, like I said, it does take a while because, again, you're working with natural ingredients.
So
things
you
are
want me to keep going, or are we
going
to swap out?
I mean, I can swap out. I can use
Okay.
this. So you put the marshmallows in, and you keep stirring it up until the marshmallows are covered in the frosting. And then this is literally as simple as it is. You just take it out. I like to use actually a spoon to do it.
Yeah.
Really good, by the way.
Yeah, and you just put it on.
Did you make this up, or did your daughter?
My daughter is much more creative than I am.
Yeah, it sounds like a
we
kid's
looked for
dessert.
inspiration, and and she loves these when she's seen these at parties, and I thought, well, there's no way I can make these. And then we figured out you actually can. And then the pièce de résistance, which is my fancy word for the day, is to emulate the butter, is a little bit of yellow, all natural, sugar, dye-free. And you just put it on top. Or in your mouth directly.
Yeah, sure.
And that's how simple it is.
What do you guys think? Do you enjoy it?
This is great.
And when you eat, what's interesting too is when you eat products made with better ingredients, you realize how much better it tastes.
Yeah.
And I think we're so conditioned by these legacy brands to accept a lower quality taste.
And how about you don't feel sick when you eat? Like, you can eat something like this, and yes, it's indulgent, but you don't feel awful after you eat.
We all work really hard. We should have indulgences, but we should have as the best possible quality that can be made like that. And our bodies are made to digest sugars, but just in the right sizes too. So we work hard on portion control. By the way, you did a really good job.
Thank
you did a really good job.
Oh, wow.
Apparatus.
Good job.
Let me ask you, because I saw your social media post on Insta with Shannon, your friend Shannon Doherty. She's going through a difficult time. She's sharing her story. She's been so out there with her struggling and going through breast cancer. What do you admire about her and your friendship?
She's always been a great friend. She's been the person where it doesn't matter. You can call her in the middle of the night. I always said if I ever got arrested, not that I'm planning on it, she's the person that would fly anywhere in the world with bail money or a crowbar and get you out. And
a crowbar.
Either one, a nail file and a cupcake.
She's your ride or die friend.
Yeah, she's my ride or die friend. But what she's doing now is she's sharing her story with everyone to let everyone know that breast cancer happens to everyone and that it's a really difficult journey without the support of people around you. And you hear so many stories about, oh, you have to do this or you have to do this or this doctor's the best in the world. Well, she's struggling without health insurance, which I think is something that everybody goes through, and trying to make it affordable and what those costs are. And I think when you realize that it happens to someone like her that seems indestructible, it makes you feel like you're not alone. And she always said, if my story touches one person, then I've done my job. And when I posted that picture yesterday, to see the comments, and I think we get so used to on social media seeing just nasty, I guess the word trolls, we see a lot. Yeah. But to see the love and support from strangers that people are sending to her and that she's sending back, it just reminds you that there's good in the world and that it makes you fight harder. And I'm inspired by her every day for being
It's a pebble in a pond. One little thing and it can ripple out.